Hello and welcome to Rockstar UK. In this episode we are going to be starting the Auto Finesse build. So as you probably know already, Auto Finesse approached me at the Players Classic show, which was at Goodwood Motor Circuit, and literally sort of like the last hour before I was about to leave, popped over, had a chat, or they popped over to me, we had a chat, and they said I think it's time we built one. So James, Auto Finesse, come up with some sort of like ideas and sort of like the theme that he wants the bike to be, and I'll take you through some of the sort of like the ideas and what we've got to try and match, and a few common themes across the car that it's going to match, and then we'll talk a bit more about that. So a little bit of a background on Auto Finesse. Auto Finesse have been making polishes, detailers, shampoos and all sorts of car care maintenance products. I've been using Auto Finesse for a countless number of years. I don't know how long it is, but Auto Finesse have always looked after me. I've had my car on some of their shows, show stands. Also, I just have a general chat with James, who's the owner, and also the guys that actually work at Auto Finesse are always really nice and helpful. So Auto Finesse came and had a chat with me at Players, and he said we want to keep the bike in a retro theme. So I was rattling my brain, because the Ruckus is quite a futuristic looking bike in a way. There's nothing classic or cafe racer or anything like that about them. They are their own identity. So we come up with the idea of maybe building a Metruck. So we've got that retro styling on the fairings of the front, and then we're going to go GY6 power at the back, big fatty wheel, but very sort of like should we say bold but simplistic in like the wheel design. We're probably just going to go for a solid wheel, and then should we want to, we'll cut some designs or something into it later on. Also, it's got to match their 1954 Chevy pickup. So if you haven't seen it, I'll show you up some pictures or some video clips now. And then I've also got to paint it the same colour, so we're going to go the front fairing, the frames, the same colour as the bike throughout, as the car throughout, so they're going to match off each other. I'm going to try and incorporate some other elements of the car into the bike. So there's a teak wood bed in the back of the truck, which we're going to try and incorporate some of the bits off of that into the bike. Still some ideas, I don't quite know how it's going to work, but I'm sure I'll think of something. The bike, in my opinion, needs to be low. It needs to be long, stretched, fatty, disc brakes, the full spec and everything like that. And James pretty much said to me, build it. So here we are. I've got a Honda Zoomer, which we'll go around in a minute, and I'll show you all through the bike what it's currently got on it, and pretty much we're taking the whole thing apart. Well, we will be taking the whole thing apart and then building it from ground up. Also, my friend Felix over at the Ruck Shop has kindly got me a Honda Metropolitan, so we can pull all the plastics and any other bits and bobs that we need, bring them over to here so that we can paint them and put them into our build. Because if you're from the UK, we don't get Metropolitans over here. We sometimes get the Scoopies, but everything like that is imported. So rather than me ramble on to you, let's get to the build. So excuse the mess in my garage. I just had new boiler fitted, which means my garage is in a bit of a mess still. So here it is. This is the Honda Zuma, which we're going to be completely stripping down and modifying. So it's a 49cc twist and go scooter, fuel injected model, as you can tell by the PGMFI. So the Ruckus, if you're new to the channel, came in two variants. You had a carburetor model, which was more towards the American market and the very early stages models, and then these ones have got like a throttle body setup. You can see it's pretty rusty, and it runs beautiful little bike to run. So at the moment it's got everything's completely standard on it. It's had some pegs put on in a bit weirdly. Got some weird sort of pipe fitting as a spacer. Handlebars are all stock. Speedo stock. It's got this, I'll come around, it's got this aftermarket sort of floodlight that's been added on, which is a cool little extra if you want the extra visibility. Wheels have been painted, but obviously we're not keeping those. On the standard models, obviously you get under storage. This tells you all about the bike and the engine and weight capacity, all that sort of stuff. You can get additional sort of boxes and stuff that stay under here. I've actually got one of the storage bags there that fits. But basically we're going to be replacing the seat frame, keeping this frame at the back pretty stock apart from shaving it and doing the usual sort of blending and getting rid of brackets we don't need. The engine's going to be going, so that's the 49cc get motor that'll be going. We'll put a GY6 in there, which will be a nice fully built one, and then we might keep this bit of plastic because we're going to be using the Metropolitan floorboards and the undercowl. Also we're going to swap the tank out because this is a fuel injection tank, so the tank will get swapped out. That will be changed to a carburetor tank because obviously the GY6 is a carbureted engine. This box is going to be going because we're going to have the Metropolitan fairings. Wheel wise, we're going to do suspension, custom wheels, disc brake conversion, uprated triple tree. Obviously the headlight's going to be changed because we're going to use the Met headlight. The handlebars are going to be changed, so they're going to be very similar to what I run on my rucks. And then we've got some wizardry to do with the wiring, because as you guys, if you followed any of my previous builds, all the electronics are up here in this battery box area, but in the Metropolitan they're more towards this area. So you'll have your battery in here, which we got a special bracket that's been made. So yeah, let's do some cinematics and we'll start taking this thing apart. So stay tuned.
Don't
Right, so busy couple of hours stripping the bikes down. So we have the rear frame, front frame, engines over there, and we got some parts that I'll put up on the shelf, and yeah, ignore that mess. So next step will be in the next video, which will be shaving down the frame, making that look nice and pretty, and then I suppose it will be getting some of the parts over to Old Bones Fabrications, and they can start doing some like cosmetic weld bits for me, and also if I put it up there, so they can also start doing some of the painting and stuff like that, should they, you know, that they're gonna do to match the Chevy truck. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, because this is going to be a full build series. Yeah, so join the journey. So thank you very much, and I'll see all you guys in the next video.